Mom, I've got 30,000 subscribers. Mom. Oh, she's not here. But there's oh, what's under the tree? Well, would you look at that? It's the Canon 6D Mark II with the kit lens. What do you know? Santa came early this year and he brought me a new camera. Mom. All right, here we go. Check it. Let's just jump right into it. Here's the instruction manual that I won't read. See, I don't read instruction manuals. I just go online and Google what I want to know. Oh, wow. Look at this, man. That's very nice. It's got the tilty flippy screen. It feels very substantial. Here we've got our lens. Now there are two lenses you can get with the Canon 6D Mark II. You can get this one, which is cheaper, or you can get the L glass, which has the red line around it, which is like $500 more expensive. So, I got the cheap one. We've also got a little strap. We've got a battery and a battery charger. Very good. Okay, so can you tell why I never do unboxings? Because they're just like so boring and stupid. And why? How do I put this in? Like this? Okay. So now I've got the big new camera here on this side, whatever side this is, in my right hand. And then over here I've got the camera I've been using, the Sony RX100 V, the little camera. So already what I'm noticing is the Sony looks a little brighter, but that might just be the coloring right now. The Canon definitely is wider. I feel like I have to hold this at full arm's length to get a good shot. I feel like I can get a good shot with this without it. This is full arm's length. Both of these are being held full arm's length right now. So look at the difference in the shot. This one I can do this. I can do Shane's like, guys. The only bad thing is, in the Sony I'm looking at myself in the flip screen. And you can't really tell. It looks like I'm looking at the lens. On the Canon, however, I am looking at the screen right now, which is off to the side, and you can clearly tell that that's what I'm doing. I have to look in the lens for it to look like I'm looking in the lens. So that's definitely a advantage that the Sony has. Let me change the picture profile. Okay, so on the Canon I just changed the picture profile to be standard. Now this is not totally apples to apples with the settings here, because on the Sony is at an aperture of 1.8, whereas the Canon right now is at an aperture of 3.5. The difference is the Sony has a 1-inch sensor and the Canon has a full frame sensor, which means that it's getting a lot more light even at that higher f-stop. They're both recording on 1/50th of a second shutter speed. They're both on 24 frames a second. Look at the blurriness of the tree, the Christmas tree lights. Even though the Canon has a higher f-stop, it's got more bokeh on the Christmas tree than the Sony has, which I find quite interesting, and that's what you get when you have a bigger full frame camera. The higher f-stops still look pretty good. You know, when you have the smaller size sensors, like the 1-inch sensor on the Sony, you have to get a really low f-stop just to get enough light to do anything with it. The only thing right now that I am dissatisfied with the Canon, which is markedly more expensive, is just that the color is a little yellow, but it's honestly okay. I think that's just because I don't know what I'm doing yet with the settings. Maybe if the white balance was shifted a little. The picture itself is clearer than the Sony. On the Sony, my face, the highlights are kind of blown out, and also the detail of the couch doesn't seem to be quite as noticeable as on the Canon. The Canon, all the dots on the couch are popping out, and the highlights on my face aren't blown out. That's my initial unboxing, my first look at the Canon. I've got to get used to looking in a lens instead of looking at the viewfinder, because it looks stupid when you, right? See, I'm looking at the view. I can look at myself in the viewfinder. You can't tell. But right now, you can tell. That's why Casey Neistat wears sunglasses, if you didn't know. Yeah, this has been our first look at comparing my new Canon 6D Mark II to my old Sony RX100 Mark V. I'm definitely not going to get rid of this. I'm still going to use it, but I think we're going to add some versatility to what I can do with the new Canon and its crispy looking picture. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. I'll see you here soon. Maybe. Bye. Yeah, man, I'm really satisfied with this bokeh.